pretty up there, the ranger station. It's a smart aleck says he's working on his tan. I'm not sure if I believe him. I'm gonna find out. Oh, there's Mormon Rocks. And it is a little bit clearer up here. Not really up the mountain yet. There's a lot of construction going on. It's kind of disturbing. Now entering the San Bernardino National Forest. Just like that, you get the Angeles Crest Highway and the sun is out. A few clouds here and there.
5.1 miles.
I'm impressed.
Onto Cedar Street.
That was a complete change from down in San Bernardino. It looks like it is nice up here. It was not lying. So now I'm in the Angeles National Forest. Expect it to be this clear. Okay, so here we are. Now Lupin and Cabin Flat are closed indefinitely. There was some road washout issues, but we're gonna go to Blue Ridge, the first one. This is one of those roads that has what I like to call car-eating potholes. These are just the mild ones. This is not something you drive fast on. I don't care what vehicle you have. It's probably a good thing I got new tires right now. So it looks like they filled some of these in a little bit. 3 miles to go. I'm happy to say there are wildflowers in bloom. Some pretty stuff. Nice road. I'm just gonna say it's a good thing I chose truck tires for my car. Yeah. I think I've been on worse, but with a different vehicle than this. So I'm still learning what this thing can handle. It seems okay. So we're actually in the ski resort. That's what these are, is the ski trail names. We're gonna go under the ski lift a couple of times. There it is over there. It's an interesting drive. It is actually very pretty up here. Greener than the last time I was here. I think it was later in the year. Last year when I did this. So it was pretty dry. There's the lift. The smell of pine. This is my favorite environment in the world. I don't really do a lot of desert camping because I like trees. So I'll go to great lengths to get out in this environment. There's a lift again. I've only passed one person who was on their way out, and it was a work truck. So I'm hoping I'll have the place to myself. Looks like there's one other person here. I'm tempted to take the campsite across the road because it's the only one by itself. But there's more trees over here. So I'm just kind of looping back here to see what's going on. And then there's this one. Which I'm gonna get out and check out. Convenient location. Bathrooms across the road. Gotta have your priorities straight. This is Blue Ridge Campground. I chose this spot because there are two that are on this side of the road, isolated from everything else. The other one's up there. There's some hikers sitting and chatting. I think I'll pretty much be left alone over here. I mean, it's right next to the road, but this isn't exactly a well-traveled highway. Looks like a good spot for my tent. And there is a hiking trail that starts right down here that I will probably check out. See where it goes. One thing I will say, if you bring firewood to a campground, make it real firewood, not construction material. 2x4s. This was all piled up next to the fire and I moved it over. Someone else that really wants to do that can use it. But if you've ever smelled 2x4s and painted wood burning, you will never do this. Thankfully, the two trail runners that were hanging out left because most of what they were running was their mouths. I will never understand why people get out into the woods where it's quiet and they yell at the person right next to them. So, anyway. Shelter set up. And now it's quiet. Just the way I like it. One of the things I deal with between my heart condition and everything else that's going on is I get out of breath really fast at altitudes. So it's probably a good thing that I chose a lower campsite. I remember Guffey last year, I was having episodes where I could feel heart flutters, which, I mean, that's part of what I deal with. It's not that unusual, but it just was happening for no apparent good reason. Like I wasn't exerting myself that much. So this is part of the hard training issues. I'm gonna have to start going at least every other weekend to an altitude like this to work out. I need some very serious conditioning for it. So I'm taking a break to catch my breath. I am so feeling my age. It's cold. It is so cold. Wow. I'm kind of glad I'm really, really glad that I did not go on up to Guffey up the road, because it's not only higher elevation, but it's more exposed. The wind really blows through there, and it is breezy tonight. I would normally sit up with my fire for quite a while and enjoy the night. But I decided to get in my tent, which is, for a long time I didn't use tents at all. I've gotten to where I am now. I'm really grateful to have one right now. I was in here by 9:30. So, changes, you do what you have to make yourself comfortable enough. It's not the way that I used to camp, but I'm still here. So, I'm just adapting. And I have a warm sleeping bag. Best investment I've made this year. Have I mentioned that it's cold? The sun's coming up. I'm not anxious to get out of my sleeping bag yet. I was warm enough, but not really comfortable. I need better padding. I could tell it's going to be one of those days where everything hurts. And my voice is hoarse, of course. I'm going to need to drink a lot of water today. Yeah, I'm not up yet. I think it's like maybe 8:30. And the breeze finally died down. So I'm sitting up, working on getting my shoes on so I can go out and stoke up a fire.
If you know me, you will hear me say over and over that water is life. And it is, absolutely. Especially in an environment like this. Or worse, the desert. But fire is life too. It can get pretty cold in the mountains. I know I've said that more than once. Just something you don't experience every day, and it's been a while. So I'm gonna get warmed up and get some warm food, heat up some tea. It's cloudy, but I have a feeling it'll clear up. There's some blue.